Love truly doesn't want to put a limit on anything or anyone. If something changes, love is willing to accept that change. When we truly love another person, we only want that their will be done. And it's really important not to have the expectations because the expectations imply that there's judgment.
One more thing is, James, like usually in a relationship, people consider love to be an attachment. They mistake it to be an attachment and dependency, have an emotional dependency, which is actually fear based. It is not love based. So how can one get to that awareness where they need to know that they are operating from fear? The attachment and the
Mhm.
dependency is coming from fear and not out of love. So
Mhm.
how one can recognize and correct
Mhm.
the way of they approach a relationship?
Right. Yeah, that's a great question. So a lot of times when we observe relationships, we do see that. We do see that that people who are in a relationship realize that it's a valuable thing, but they also immediately start thinking, "Oh, I don't want to lose what I have. I am," and it becomes an attachment. It becomes a codependent situation. And this is the part that can be, I'll just say unhealthy, because it kind of tends to block love as much as you don't want it to. That can be the effect of it. Once it's a strong dependency, um, what happens in that kind of a situation is that um, people will have expectations. They'll expect something, right? In the relationship, they'll expect you have to be here for me at this time because I need something. And when we have these kinds of expectations for the other, um, it's not really a loving relationship anymore. Love truly doesn't want to put a limit on anything or anyone. Love accepts all that is now and as it is. And if something changes, love is willing to accept that change and not impose something on it. Like an expectation is kind of almost an imposition of, well, it has to be the way I see it, or I'm not going to approve, or I'm going to withhold my love. And so we have to, when we truly love another person, we only want that their will be done. Okay. We say, I want the best for you, and I'm not going to tell you what's the best for you. You know exactly what's the best for you, and I want that. And therefore, under in those situations, if you truly want what's best for the other, and the other loves you in return and truly wants what's best for you, if the best for both of you is to be together in a relationship, then there's absolutely nothing to fear about that relationship coming to an end. It's a spontaneous, natural relationship. There's no forcing of it. And this is the best kind of a relationship to be in. It's not a fear-based relationship. It's a relationship where each one can express exactly how they're most comfortable expressing themselves without any expectations of the other. And it's really important not to have the expectations because the expectations imply that there's judgment. And whenever there's judgment, I always say it's a negative thing. It's not a good thing. Whenever we judge anyone for any reason at all, it's never a good thing. And so we've got to be in a position in our relationships where we're not judging the other person, but we are supporting them, and we do want what's best for them because whatever's best for them is really best for us too. And under those conditions, the relationship will really flow very smoothly. And if it's two people in a relationship, they'll just have so much more joy and peace together. And joy is really the key, right? It's like, why are people in relationships to begin with? It's really because of the joy that comes from it. There can be lots and lots of joy that comes through being with another person. And that's love expressing itself. When you feel that joy coming through, it's an expression of love. It's a sharing of love energy between those two individuals, and it flows most freely without judgment and without expectations. So when we have the judgment and the expectations, it gets in the way of love, and it really does detract from the relationship. Even if you don't know that it does, it does. And so that's another reason just to put it down and not judge, but just be content that you are with that other person. So hope that answered your question.